All right, guys, that was Yasir Bey. Give it up. Ah, geez, man, you gotta love the outdoor venues, man. You get fucking attacked by trees and some drive-by heckles. This is fucking great, dude. I love it. All right, guys, so our next comic. He's a really good friend of mine, and he just came back to the island. He's one of Kona's favorite comics. Ladies and gentlemen, Todd L. Holly! That's, oh my God, you're a godsend, dude. Holy shit, dude.
Modern problems require modern solutions. I didn't get this old by being fucking stupid, I'll tell you what. So yeah, I did just get back. I was forced exile. I was on the mainland for 10 months because of, COVID. I like my COVID like my women, 19 and easily spread. It's not really true.
I'm far too old for him.
As far as you know. So no, I had to go back to the Northwest for work, and it was different going back because we have animals there that we don't have here. You've got goats and pigs and mongoose here. We got bears and elk and moose and I don't know if you guys saw in the news a few years ago, there was a guy in Colorado. He got attacked by a mountain lion and killed it with his bare hands. Yeah, that's pretty impressive. I've never done anything like that. I've choked some cougars, but yeah. I did have a close encounter with a moose one time. Anybody seen a moose up close? Anybody?
Nope.
One guy? They're big. I mean, way bigger than you would think. I always thought this is like, okay, I'm touching a moose on its back like a Clydesdale or some shit like that. No, this is like I'm rubbing my back of my hand on its balls. And they don't really like that. They don't. I love it. It's fucking smooth. Feels like peaches, but it tastes like ass. But the good thing about being back in Hawaii is that the sex houses are open year round. You've seen them, those sex houses. Their little house got a hole, you put your dick in it. Some people use them for birds, but see, I like my women like my eggs. Not over easy. I just like fucking eggs. You can always look for a swallow's nest, right? Every now and then you get a woodpecker. But if you go too late in the season and the little birds are like right on the head of your dick, and it doesn't feel bad, really. I mean, but you should use a condom because you can get chirpies. It's a canarial disease.
All day. Never stops.
Anyway. So I've been doing comedy for about 5 years now. I was urged by a friend of mine who's been a professional comic for 15 years. Every time I thought of something funny, I would send it to him, and he was like, "Dude, you should just fucking get up on stage. Why not? What the fuck?" I've known him since we were really young, and he's like very, 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 very gay. Which I should have known back in the day. He would say stuff like, "Hey, would you suck that guy's dick for $10,000?" And I'd be like, "No." I mean, if you ask me now, I'd be like, "Yeah, Venmo me first or something." You gotta do what you do. It's a fucking pandemic, you gotta make some money. But he said, look, do your jokes. If people don't like it, they can suck my dick. So if you don't like what I do, I'll get you his number, I guess. We're the same age. He's a gilf. Grandpa. No, it's great to be back. I'm super happy to be back here. I missed it a lot. Man, where the fuck was I going? I'm getting old. You see, the other day I was watching the movie Disclosure. You remember that one? It was Demi Moore and Michael Douglas. It's about a high-powered boss, right? And she's like, "You let me suck your dick or you're fired." That doesn't happen in real life. I mean, really, does it? I mean, it happened to me one time, but my boss was a guy, and we were landscapers, so I don't know. I lost the job anyway. It doesn't work out sometimes. It's okay. But I did see remaking the movie Memento. Remember Memento? It was the guy, he tattoos himself because he had like amnesia or some shit. But this is the same actor, like 30 years later. They're calling it Alzheimer's. Anyway. Oh, my God. I hate when I lose track of shit. But it happens a lot as I'm getting older. You know, getting older is a bitch. The gray pubic hair makes my penis look really distinguished, though. So I could teach an economics class or something. But you gotta manscape. You know, if I don't manscape, when my dick is hard, it kind of looks like Doc from Back to the Future. And when it's soft, it looks like Betty White with a dead snake hanging out of her mouth. It's not a good look. I wasn't even going to tell that joke, but I got lost. Oh, man. So, as Nehemiah was saying, these are kind of phallic shaped. I don't understand it. What do you do if you're a homophobic comic? You know, they should be flute shaped. You know, more like a vagina. You'd probably have better pickup. I get distracted. The last show I did on the mainland, it was for a women's shelter. It was a place called Tempura House. It was for lightly battered women. I'm a horrible person. You're going to discover that the further I go here, I'll tell you that. But, you know, the older you get, the worse you get sometimes, I guess. I don't know, in some ways. Oh, man. So I was married. Anybody married here? Got married people? Nobody? We're all single. One? You're engaged. You're not married yet. I was married. I was married for a long time, like 17 years. And, you know, I think marriages are like fat people. You know, they should work out. Sorry.
Oh my God.
But no, my ex-wife, she was a good woman, but she was bipolar. That wasn't the threesome I wanted. You know, the last threesome I actually had was with a couple I met at a comedy show, actually. How you guys doing? No pressure.
No pressure.
She actually accused me of gaslighting her once. I said, that doesn't exist. You made that up because you're crazy. That's pretty fucked up, too. So, you know, in Kona, it's hard to date. It really is. It's a very shallow dating pool. It's more like a petri dish, and you will catch HPV if you're not careful, or chip a tooth, one or the other. I don't know. But I did some online dating, you know, after I got divorced, and you know, I don't care which platform you choose, Tinder, Plenty of Fish, Farmers Only, whatever the fuck. What you should do is you should masturbate first, because it's just like when you go shopping and you're hungry, you're going to put something in your mouth that you probably shouldn't, right? So I got on Tinder, but I don't think I did it right, because I just kept swiping until I came and I deleted the app. I tried the Plenty of Fish, caught 2 catfish and a whale.
Oh.
Is this thing on? It's just looking for a smallmouth bass, you know. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Actually, look on blackpeoplemeet.com. You should spell that one right, because there's 2 different websites. A fun fact, though, the founder of Match.com, his wife left him for a guy she met on Match.com. That actually happened. It's sad but true. So no, I did have a couple dates online. I had a date with this homeless girl. That was great because you could just drop her off after a date anywhere. Get out. I had a date with a Thai girl, and she assured me a small penis is no barrier to a good relationship. I just wish she wouldn't have had one. No, it could have been smaller than mine. That would have been great. But seriously, the Thai lady boys, they set the bar pretty fucking high. You know, they're like the '92 Dream Team of lady boys, right? And just like the '92 Dream Team, 1 in 12 have AIDS. Oh, no, poor Magic. He had the best porn name ever, and he wasted it on a basketball career, right? Yeah. So anyway, my friend Bruce, getting back to him, when we were like, I don't know, 7 maybe, and he brought me over to his house and we listened to an album, vinyl, because I'm fucking old. And it was a comedy album. It was the first time I'd ever really listened to comedy, and the guy was fucking hilarious. He just had the audience captivated. He was on point, so funny, and I wanted to be just like him. It was fucking Bill Cosby, so not so much anymore. But he was funny, Bruce. He's been funny from fucking go. I mean, he was just out of the womb funny. He was Armenian by descent, and he had these super thick eyebrows, and I was jealous because I have kind of thin eyebrows. And he says, "Oh yeah, I just shave them off like at the start of summer, and they come back thicker." I said, "Oh yeah, I think I've heard that hair comes in thicker when you shave it." So I did that, and my mom was fucking pissed because it was like 3 days before class pictures, and I had no expression. And things happen. But, I feel like I'm dying inside. But at least that girl ain't talking anymore, so we got that. No offense to your friend, but Jesus Christ, I hate it when people fucking... Did you actually pay to get in here and just talk the whole fucking time? What the fuck? Anybody have siblings? You got siblings? I have one brother, just one brother. And he was born with a birth defect. He was born without eyelids. So they circumcised him immediately, and they used the tissue to form eyelids, and it worked. It works pretty good. He's a little cockeyed. But, one time I actually was at home and I walked in on my mom, and she was giving her boyfriend a blowjob, and it was a little awkward. We made eye contact and she didn't stop. And I was like, okay. So I wanted to look surprised, but I had no fucking eyebrows. It was like 3 weeks after, And so I did what any good sibling should do. I closed the door. I went and got my brother and I said, "Mom needs to see you right now." So when I got fucking Alzheimer's, I swear to God. Just losing it these days. It gets harder as you get older, I swear to God. You'll find out. Seriously. I'm probably the oldest guy here. Sure. I know I am. But that's okay. And shit, you're getting called uncle. You're getting called grandpa. Jesus Christ. But it's good. I love it. The first time I was here and somebody called me uncle, I really felt, that it was a sign of respect. He wasn't throwing no shit at me. It wasn't like blowing smoke up my ass, like, yeah, uncle, He was like, I kind of like that. You don't get that on the mainland, And when I went back to the mainland, it's just like completely different. You know how it is. It's sterile. People are like, people I've known 15, 20 years. They're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" Ask how Hawaii was or how I'm doing or anything like that. They're just like, lame. When I came back, I went into Sam's. It was like 15 people I know. And they're all like, every one of them warmly greeted me. "How are you? Welcome back. How have you been? How's your family?" It's a fucking different environment here. It's awesome. I miss this place so fucking much. And it's like, seriously, I'm not, no bullshit there. I couldn't wait to get back, really. So now I'm back. I'm working my ass off. We're busy. The tourists are back. They're my lifeblood. I'm a tattoo artist. So when the COVID happened, I was fucking out of work. They just flocked away, and that was it. You know. So I had to go back to fucking Idaho. And if you don't know Idaho, that's an old Indian name for the only hooker at a convention. Is this thing really on? Can you hear me? Yeah. You guys look at me like you're listening. Anyway, what else? Okay. Pride's coming up. Yeah. I mean, I usually do comedy up at my bar, which if you've been to my bar, it's a fucking great venue, and it's a gay bar. You know, it's open environment. Let's say that. But first time I was up there, this guy he like grabbed my ass and winked at me. And, you know, I felt a little special. You know. So a few minutes later, I saw him do it to another guy. I mean, I'm not gay. I didn't want to be with him. I didn't want to be with somebody else, though. But so yeah, I mean, Pride. If you ever make it to New York City during the Pride parade, it's fucking epic. It's just phenomenal. It's over the top. Last year they had a scheduling conflict though. They had the Puerto Rican Pride and the Gay Pride parade on the same day, and poor Ricky Martin was exhausted. Yeah, I walked like 15 miles. It's terrible. But the best thing about the Pride Parade in New York is that they have like these giant floats, like Macy's Day type thing, and they got my favorite is the Bullwinkle, because he's got like a ball gag and he's wearing chaps, and you know I like loose balls. Yeah, thanks. Anyway. Yeah, I wish I had a stronger closer of any kind. Oh, did you see they're making a sequel to the movie Memento? Right. My name is Todd. I want to thank you guys. I really do. You know, it's a small community here, and we got not much live entertainment. You know, there's a few comedy shows happen. There's like burlesque shows, the Tits and Giggles things. That's going to be ending, unfortunately. Justine is going to be going to the mainland, and there's like one more show, April 10th. So if you don't have tickets, fucking get tickets, because that's going to be the last of them. And then it's going to be just whatever else develops after that. Anyway, I'm super happy to be back. I love you guys. My name's Todd. See you later.
Todd and Holly, guys, give it up. All right, man, fucking tapioca night. Had a retirement home up here, man.
Now
Thank
I
you all,
remember
man.
that other
I
joke.
love you. All right, guys, so I'm going to close out the show. I really hope you guys like my material. Let's dive